During my years of experimentation with food, I've discovered that I like food best when it's cooked for shorter periods of time or at a lower temperature than the official cooking temperatures. So here's my method for cooking eggs, and this method doesn't leave a greasy pan to clean up afterwards. First, you heat a pot of water to about 160 degrees Fahrenheit or about 72 degrees Celsius. Then you turn off the heat and put the eggs in. The temperature will start to drop, so you'll have to turn the heat back on in order to get it back to the 160 to 165 degrees Fahrenheit or 70 to 75 degrees Celsius. Leave the eggs in the pan for about 10 minutes. Then crack the eggs into a warm bowl. I don't know if it's these particular eggs or if it's this cooking method, but the eggs don't crack very easily because the membrane under the shell seems to have gained a lot of strength. Sometimes the egg shells peel off without cracking the membrane. But when you get them to crack properly, you'll discover that the white part of the egg will be a thick liquid rather than a solid, and the yolk will be completely liquid. If you want the white part to be more solid, increase the temperature by a few degrees. One of the advantages of cooking eggs like this is that you don't have any greasy pans to clean. Then I add a little salt and stir the mixture with a fork. I suppose this mixture could be described as a low-temperature egg soup or as a base for custard. It tastes like perfectly cooked scrambled eggs without any contamination of burnt grease. I love the flavor so much that I sometimes eat it just as it is. You could put it in a glass and drink it, but then it goes so quickly that you don't get to enjoy it. It's better to eat it like a soup because that forces you to eat it at a slower pace. Usually I add a few spoonfuls of something to this egg soup. For example, I've discovered that this particular brand of coconut milk, which is extremely thick and creamy, along with a little bit of stevia or sugar if you prefer, creates what could be described as a delicious coconut custard. If you add a little lemon juice and grated lemon rind also, it will overpower the coconut flavor, but you end up with a delicious lemon custard. It's also delicious with a few spoonfuls of a tomato sauce or a salsa, and you can add pieces of avocado or mushroom or whatever you like to put into omelets. It's also excellent for dipping bread into. I have another video that shows how I grind grains and make my own bread.